to do, which is come out and make sure that Special Olympics is recommitted to Western Colorado. I do have to comment that back when we started this, Mindy kind of got her arm twisted by our own Charlie Montfort to come over and try Grand Junction out, and she did the, we'll come over here, it's really an imposition, it's really difficult. Western Colorado, everybody's got to travel, and we probably won't stay for more than a year. It's our third or fourth?
This will be our fourth.
Fourth year in a permanent relationship, we hope. But anyway, let's start with, of course, introducing Mayor Phyllis Norris, as well as Councilmember Chris Kennedy, and of course Mayor Marty Chazen. And so thank you to the city for coming, and for council and everybody else coming out and making this a very special day. So we're going to start with Mindy, and then she's going to hand off to the mayor.
Thank you so much to President Foster, of course, to this wonderful Colorado Mesa University, the city of Grand Junction, and to the Greater Grand Junction Sports Commission for your support and for hosting today's event. We're also honored, of course, to have the mayor and the council members here. As Tim said, I'm Mindy Watrous, and I feel so honored to be here today. I want to let you know that we continue our rapid growth. We're now serving over 20,000 people across the state with intellectual disabilities. We have unified sports in 190 Colorado schools and growing. Our athletes now have over 151 opportunities to compete every year in 22 sports. And our Young Athletes program for kids between 2 and 7 is now providing gross motor and social skill development for over 4,000 of our youngest athletes with intellectual disabilities. As Tim mentioned, our board member, Charlie Montfort of the Colorado Rockies, twisted my arm, or introduced me to Tim, to come out here and take a look at Colorado Mesa University. And I have to tell you, we were so impressed, not only with the incredible athletic facilities here. I learned the word natatorium a few years ago from being here, and we've just had the most wonderful partnership. I have to say that not only have we been so impressed with the folks here at Colorado Mesa, with Tim, of course, but also with the community as a whole. It's not always that our athletes have people there cheering them on to victory and to try their hardest, and here in Grand Junction we always have that, and we're so grateful for the entire community that has really embraced our athletes. And it's not just the sports facilities here. You know, our athletes have the opportunity to be on a college campus, to live in the dorms, to eat in the cafeteria, to make friends from all over the state. And that means the world to them, quite frankly. They're creating memories that will last a lifetime. The first year that we came out here, we had 300 of your local Special Olympics athletes get to compete in summer games for the first time. And that's a pretty big experience for them. Many of their families had not seen them compete at a state level ever, and so we were committed to continuing to grow that number of athletes. I also want to thank, there's a lot of people that make it possible for us to be here, and I want to thank those folks. Our generous sponsors and individuals, Comfort Dental, John Hopkins through the Colorado Trust, the Grand Junction Sentinel, Subway, our friends at Safeway Albertsons, Hilltop, Ed from FCI Constructors, Little Wind, Rocky Mountain Orthopedics, Community Hospital, the Grand Junction Rockies, and of course the Grand Junction Visitors and Convention Bureau. I mean, it's quite a list for us to come out of community supporters that really have gotten engaged in what we're doing, and we are so grateful to each and every one of them for making this possible. Furthermore, I want to thank all of our athletes from Strive who are here today. We're going to play a little bocce, right? A little unified bocce, so I hope you stick around, head over to the bocce courts, because these guys are ringers, and I want you to see what they're capable of. We also want to thank all of our volunteers from our Games Organizing Committee. We have a group of people here as well as in Denver that work really hard to put on this event and this competition every year, and I want to thank them. And finally, I'd like to thank law enforcement across Colorado who are not only heroes to our athletes, but last year in our state alone raised over $800,000 for Special Olympics athletes. And this this year they've pledged to break the $1 million mark. That's pretty incredible. Today's celebration is not only to announce our incredible partnership. I know we said that there was a great announcement, and there is. We've committed to coming back, to maintaining the partnership, to being together, to doing this together for at least the next 3 years. And we thank you for that. This is our largest state competition in the entire state. This is really our showcase of competitions and experiences for our athletes. And so we are just absolutely stoked to do that here at Colorado Mesa, Stoker Stadium. We hope every one of you will join us either as volunteers or spectators for our opening ceremonies on Friday, June 10th, and competition on Saturday and Sunday right here on campus. I would also like to say that today's celebration will officially kick off our torch run season, where our Olympic torch, we call it the Flame of Hope, is run hundreds of miles by law enforcement across our state as a shining example of the courage of our athletes. I'd like you to join me in welcoming two men who are shining examples of the heroes of law enforcement who do so much for our athletes and serve as a great example to the police and sheriff's department's commitment to community policing. Deputy Chief Mike Nordine and Sheriff Matt Lewis. I'd also like to thank Chris Wright from the Colorado State Patrol. Where is he? Oh, he's down here on his hands and knees. That's pretty. Yeah, I'll leave that alone. But he's our regional director out here, does a fine job working with law enforcement. And our athlete, Ron Enyart, did I say it right? Great. He's going to help light the cauldron today. Gentlemen? The start of our summer games season. And now I'd like to introduce the mayor and once again thank her so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Mindy. And I see Councilmember Taggart has also joined us, so I know Tim introduced our other two council members that are here, so thank you for being here. And I want to say thank you to President Foster for helping get this here. You know, this is something that's very important to Grand Junction. We love having these athletes here, and we're fortunate the Daily Sentinel puts pictures of all these kids and everything going on in the paper. It is a big, big thing here in Grand Junction, so we're really ecstatic to have a 3-year agreement that you're going to be here, and I think it's going to be much more than that. They're going to want to come here all the time, so this is probably going to be a permanent home. So thank you so much for doing that. And you know, the city really does support you. Last night, the city gave direction to our city manager to offset the cost of what you would have to pay at Stoker Stadium for $4,500. So that's how it's very important to the citizens, and it's important to you. So thank you so much for being here. And you know, this is only 7 weeks away. And so that really is exciting. And I really am looking forward to it, and I know the citizens of Grand Junction are looking forward to it because we love to get out there and cheer on these athletes. So thank you so much for being here.
So I don't know about you all, but I encourage everybody to come. I tell you, I come every year, and it is so much fun to watch these young men and young women compete, and they just compete with all their heart and soul, and it's just very uplifting and rewarding and wonderful. And I heard 30 years. I don't know why you said 3, Mayor, but that's all right. We'll kind of negotiate in between, and I'm sure John will help us get there. So welcome back again to Special Olympics. We have cake and lemonade over here. Hope you'll enjoy, and then as Mindy said, bocce ball behind us, and congratulations again to the Sports Commission, without whose help this would not happen. So thanks very much.